What's going on, my soul family? Welcome back to another episode of the Awake with Jake show. On today's episode, I'm going to be dropping in and sharing with you 4 reasons why men today are single and struggling. Do you see the struggle that men are having in today's world? Do you see how men keep repeating the same patterns with women? Me personally, I struggled my ass off with intimate relationships with women for most of my life. But this put me down a path of discovery, of learning how to date a woman successfully and be in a healthy relationship. Now, for my YouTube family, I want to play a little game with y'all. Are you ready? The first part of this game is I want you to like this video right now because what I'm about to share with you in this video is going to blow your damn mind. The second part of this game is I want you to comment down below the last emoji that you sent somebody that you are intimately involved with. Yes, this takes a little bit of vulnerability, but this could be somebody that you're newly talking to, newly dating, or you've been in a long-term committed relationship with this person. Or it's just that lingering toxic ex that you just haven't said goodbye to. Comment down below the emoji that you last sent this person. In today's episode, I'm sharing something that's near and dear to my heart, the 4 reasons why men are single and struggling, because these are things that I have personally gone through. I have experienced a lot of toxicity within relationships with women because I was still toxic. And I take accountability for that. I had to take accountability for my healing. And in today's world, in the dating world specifically, there's so much misinformation out there. There's so many dating apps available, but why are so many men and women single and lonely and depressed? Because they can't seem to figure out how to attract someone that they deeply aligned with. Now, this is exactly why Melissa and I, my wife, have created this amazing 8-week program called Depth, which we all want more depth in our dating life. Inside this program, we're going to give you strategic, intuitive coaching for how to navigate the dating world, how to master your dating life, and how to attract your dream partner. When you sign up today, you get instant access to the private dating community that's not on any social media and away from all the noise, and you get immersed in a group of strong masculine men and radiant feminine women. And for the men listening right now, these radiant feminine women are just waiting to be claimed by a strong, healthy man. They are beautiful and vibrant. And for the women listening right now, there are men just waiting to claim a healthy, feminine woman. These men are grounded. These men have integrity. These men are clear. If this sounds like something that you are aligned with and you are single right now and struggling in your dating life, get inside this program. I promise you, you will not regret it. Click the link down in the caption below to secure your spot today before doors to enrollment close, and they are closing soon. Let's get into the 4 reasons. I'm excited. Are y'all excited? The first reason is the emasculation of men is weakening men. So, to be emasculated as a man strips you of your masculine power and puts you into this hyper feminine role, which makes a man emotionally chaotic, emotionally unstable, all over the place, wishy-washy, indecisive, can't protect, can't lead, doesn't provide. This type of emasculated man is dangerous to our society. And this can also show up as the nice guy archetype, where he is overly nice, where he's so nice to the point where it feels disingenuous to a woman. And an intuitive woman can sense this, but he's like over pleasing to her. He's appeasing her to the point where it's almost like sickening. So the emasculated man is a danger to our society because he's not really integrated with his true masculine power to be able to lead, to protect, to provide, to have clarity, to be decisive, to be grounded. These are all masculine virtues that we have gotten so far away from because men are being stripped away from all this shit. And a lot of it is doing it to themselves. Like, they were not the victims here. This is being done to themselves with the distractions, with all the social media, with the porn, with all these different dating platforms. This is all stripping men away from their true masculinity, their masculine core. And that's why you see testosterone plummeting in men, because men are becoming weak. They're losing their physical, emotional, spiritual, mental strength because of all of this. The foods they're consuming, the things that they're addicted to on a daily basis, this is making men weak. This is emasculating men. So for the men listening right now, start to develop discipline. Start to develop boundaries. Start to develop clear direction. These are all things that women find very attractive, by the way. The second thing here, I have LW, which you're probably wondering, what the hell does LW stand for, which is the lone wolf. Now, this is something I can really relate to. The lone wolf mentality is the man that isolates himself from the world because he feels insecure, he feels awkward, he doesn't really know how to approach a woman, he doesn't really know how to engage with friends, so he shields himself with sarcasm. He's probably a wise ass and doesn't really connect with people, or he just totally disconnects himself from everybody and just hides out in his little cave. This type of man is also a threat to society because he's typically the one that will blow up because he doesn't feel supported. He feels insecure inside. And I have been this lone wolf in my life. I thought I had to do it all on my own. I didn't realize the value of having healthy males in my life that hold me accountable, that support me, that love me, that call me out on my bullshit. And men need that. Men need to be challenged by other women. And men need that. Men need to be challenged by other men because that is how men grow, is through challenge, through accountability, through support. So for the men listening, stop being a lone wolf. Stop hiding in your cave. Stop being socially awkward. Go embrace life. This is what life is about. This is what masculinity is about. It's pursuit, is asserting yourself, is being grounded, is being confident. These are all things that masculine men have in common, but we've gotten far away from that because, once again, of the emasculation of men is creating this insecure man, this emotionally weak man, and it's making him feel like the lone wolf because you're not allowed to talk emotions in our society. You're not allowed to have any depth. You know, from the time we're born as little boys, we're taught, don't show emotions, don't be vulnerable, don't be weak. But it's in our vulnerability that we actually feel strong, because a man can't be truly strong until he allows himself to feel deeply into his heart. And that's not saying to men to become an emotional disaster and dump your emotions, especially doing this on a woman is not attractive. But to be strong in your masculine frame while holding your emotions is integrity, is containment, is control. And these are all things that a healthy masculine man will demonstrate: containment, control, discipline, awareness, the observer, all healthy masculine traits. Once again, we have gotten away from this as a society because I really feel like there is an agenda to weaken men. If men are the protectors of our society and we take them out of the home, out of the family unit, who protects the nucleus? Sure, women can protect as well, but the way a man protects is with intensity, is with strength, is with honor. Inside of him is a fucking warrior. That is what I feel inside of every single masculine man. But that warrior has been numbed down with drugs and alcohol and addictions and porn and all other kinds of shit. We need to reawaken that warrior. And once that warrior awakens inside of a man, our society begins to come back into balance. And women are doing their work as well to reclaim their femininity, to get out of this hyper masculine culture of being a slave to corporations. These are things that are also killing women in a lot of ways internally because she feels so disconnected to her femininity. So as masculine men become strong again, it creates a safe environment for women to thrive because women thrive in safety, especially when she's doing the work to reconnect to her softness and her openness and her receptivity. The next thing is most men are lacking ES, not ED, but ES, maybe ED too. Maybe they're having ED problems. ES Emotional strength. Most men are lacking emotional strength because they feel insecure inside. If, for example, if a man had a critical mother growing up, he might feel angry towards women. If a man had a critical mother growing up, he might feel bitter and resentful towards all women. So he might even feel insecure inside because he had this mother that just constantly hovered over him, watched everything he did. Now, because of that, he never really learned how to become a man because he had his mother just watching over him, never giving him affirmation, never saying, I love you, never saying, I'm proud of you, never saying, I see you. These are things that a man, a boy specifically, needs to hear and needs to feel in order to develop into a healthy masculine man. And then also on top of that, of course, you have the support of the father that a lot of men didn't get. Like my example growing up was my father was very angry, was very violent, was very aggressive. That really deeply hurt me inside. I never really got a chance or a space to develop my masculinity, to become a strong man, to learn how to feel my emotions, to make a clear decision, to be a protector, to be grounded. I never learned any of these things, so I had to learn all this on my own. But that's the thing, is you don't have to do it all on your own. And what I'm offering you inside of Depth is a way to heal these things as a man, as a woman, with Melissa and I guiding you through this process. The fourth thing I have here is lack P, and P is not for penis. Get your mind out of the gutter. P is for purpose. Now, one of the things that men really look for is a purpose. So for example, if he gets into a relationship with a woman and he truly has a masculine core, he wants to have purpose in her life. He wants to be able to provide for her. He wants to be able to give to her. He wants to be able to protect her. These are all things that relate back to his purpose. But men are trying to find purpose through artificial things. Video games, too much video games. They're trying to find purpose in chasing money, chasing women, chasing drugs, the high of watching a sports game. They're trying to find purpose in everything outside of themselves, everything synthetic. Does that make sense? So they're seeking a synthetic purpose, which is making men very weak, emasculated, and disconnected from their true power. Does that make sense? So one of the biggest things a man needs to feel is like he has meaningful purpose or in pursuit of meaningful purpose. Now, one of the reasons why men are struggling with the whole dating world with women is because of not having a purpose. So he might get into a relationship with a woman and make her his entire purpose. And now she's like, whoa. I don't want that. I don't want some clingy man clinging on to me, making me his entire life's purpose. I don't want that. Even if she doesn't know or is aware of this, she still feels turned off by this type of clingy behavior. She doesn't really want a man that clings all over her. That's annoying. That's irritating. No woman wants to feel smothered by a man. And when a man doesn't have purpose, he will constantly try to make his woman his purpose. Do not do this. So a recap here. Emasculation, causing men to be weakened. All of the things that you're doing in your life right now that you know are toxic habits are causing you to be weakened, which are also leading to your emasculation. And also, if you're allowing women to be controlling or critical of you, that's going to emasculate you as well. You need to have strong, healthy boundaries as a man. If you don't have strong, healthy boundaries as a man, no one's going to respect you. And if a woman doesn't respect you, she's damn sure never going to love you. Number 2, lone wolf. Stop the lone wolf shit. I did this for so many years. I thought I had to be out there on my own. I isolated myself from all my friends, my family, everybody. I did that for years. And it was the most depressed and lonely I had ever been. Get around other strong masculine men. It's one of the best things that you can do for your health and well-being. The third thing, lacking emotional strength. If you don't have emotional strength and you get into a relationship with a woman, her feminine energy at times is not going to be this radiant, open, loving energy. There's going to be times where she's emotional. That's just how a woman is. There's going to be times where she's sensitive. And if you don't have emotional strength, if you're not grounded with her, you will get blown the fuck away by her emotions. And for the women listening right now, that doesn't mean you emotionally dump or emotionally fire hose your man either. Have containment of yourself. But in a relationship with a man and a woman needs to be able to feel safe to express herself. So she feels safe to express herself with a man that is grounded and has emotional strength. If you are a man and you're holding on to toxic emotional energy, anger towards your mother, anger towards your father, anger towards a past lover, anger towards yourself, insecurity, whatever that shit is, that's got to go in order to have a successful relationship with a woman. The fourth thing here, lacking P for purpose, start to really ask yourself, what is it that you want in this life? What do you stand for as a man? What is your purpose? And you can have multiple purposes with things, but ultimately your purpose is going to be rooted in service. Service to society, giving back, being a protector, being a leader, being a provider. These things are essential to a man to feel. And when a man feels like he doesn't have a purpose, he begins to feel like a hollow vessel. Does that make sense? So once again, if you're feeling called to this depth dating program and you're single right now, and you want to immerse yourself in 8 weeks of strategic, intuitive coaching with Melissa and I, join this program. The men and the women inside this program are incredible. This is something that you don't want to miss. And doors for enrollment are going to close soon. So make sure you click the link down in the caption below, and I hope to see you inside there. As always, stay open, stay grounded, and stay connected to that powerful source within you. I love you, soul family.